Pay your dues.
Ha! Scatter! Spring forth! Hold the line!
Prepare yourself.
Let's get it on! Hey! Cha!
No escape, you. Can't run from death.
Allow me! I see everything! Buckle up! Ha! 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 Hi! Ah! Hold the line! Get the line! Gloves off! Everyone hold hands! Allow me! Propagate! Buckle up! Scatter! Spring forth! Committed to memory! The Temple of Wisdom! Rest and rebuild! Grow, grow, grow! Look alive! Propagate! This may hurt a little. Committed to memory! Buckle up!
Ah, sun's out, guns out. Just sucks that I got so much work to do.
I guess I'll post a commission at the Adventurers Guild. I guess I'll post a commission at the Adventurers Guild.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
I guess I'll post a commission at the Adventurers Guild.
Come take a look. There will definitely
It's been getting quite busy recently.
Adventurers Guild.
Today's recommendation is the steak.
How did you know that I was worrying about finding a place to practice? Simple tents and a traveler's pack? Practicing here would be great. Good thinking setting this up around your house. Many thanks for the trouble you went to.
This realm is truly beginning to thrive. I cannot help but be stirred. If you ever have any questions about the realm within, you may ask me.
Right on cue. I was just wondering whether you might appear. Oh, well, if you have the time, I'd like to get your critique on this short story I wrote. That was then, and this is now. In any case, you are a part of this story. You... I assume you're familiar with the proverb, "Be it but 3 moons from the start. He who returns is not he that departs." So, anyway, I won't bore you. Feel free to peruse it at your own pace. Okay, geez. We know each other pretty well by now. No need to get all sappy. So remember, I want your honest opinion. That way, the sequel will be even better.
Hello! I was just coming up with a new dish. Don't worry, nothing too strange. I want to go adventuring with you. Taste testing is all part of the adventure. I want to go adventuring with you into the unknown, collect strange new ingredients from all over Teyvat, and invent new recipes for you to sample. Oh, the more I consider it, the more I think nothing could ever make me happier. You okay? You seem very quiet. You don't like the idea? I won't add any strange seasonings, promise. What I mean is, I'll definitely get your opinion before acting on any eureka moments. Also, I won't slow you down when we're out in the wilderness. And if I encounter any serious enemies, I promise I won't cause any trouble. First sign of danger, I'll run as fast as I can. Phew. You scared the heck out of me. Awesome. Anyway, I'll make sure to keep working on my cooking and any other skills that might come in handy. Anything to put a smile on your face. Hello! I was just coming up with a new dish. Don't worry, nothing too strange. Good night. Get some rest. Tomorrow, I'll make something tasty for you.
Right on cue. I was just wondering whether you might appear. Good night. Rest well. I'll make sure to highlight any particularly enthralling passages I encounter and share them with you later.
Hello. Looking for me? Sorry, not good at chat. Talking is hard. Hard to find right words. Good. You are strong. Okay, I try to speak more. I like grass more than floor. Floor is big, but hard. Grass is bigger, but it smells good. Oh, and it smells good. I like your cooked meat better than raw meat. Raw meat sometimes makes my stomach hurt. Your cooked meat smells good and tastes good. I want to eat more of your cooked meat. My words, are they all right? Hello? Looking for me? Night. If you can't sleep, call me over.
Hey, you're back! So, what's up? Everything all right? Yeah, you bet. Don't worry, I'm exceedingly good at adapting to new environments. There have been times in the past when I've had to make do with a rock for a pillow or just find a patch of grass to lie down on. In the army, you learn how to sleep well wherever you are. Huh, seems so. Time of peace is hard to come by. I will cherish every moment of it. Which brings me to you. I wanted to take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude for everything you've done for me. Thank you. You've always been genuine with me. It truly warms my heart. Oh, anyway, don't worry. I'm not here to just take advantage and lounge around. I'm ready to switch to combat mode at a moment's notice. Hey, you're back! So, what's up? Everything all right? Morning! I've completed my training for the day. If you plan on leaving now, then let me accompany you.
How many reports do I have left to write? 4? No, 5. No. I gotta stop worrying so much about everything. The whole point of me taking a vacation was to come here and relax. When did you get back? Morning. Oh, wait, morning? How is it light out already? Why? I still wasn't able to fall asleep yet. Can't I just try a little longer? No. I gotta stop worrying so much about everything. When did you get back? Oh, don't worry. I've got everything I need here. No complaints at all. Usually, I'm pretty picky about whether the place has any pesky bugs flying around. You know, the kind that keep buzzing around the room and distracting you. Yeah, those are the ones. They may be tiny, but when they go buzzing right by your ear in the dead of the night, it's so annoying. I used to always lose sleep because of those pests, but thankfully there's nothing like that here. It's tidy and peaceful here. Practically an oasis for insomniacs like me. How many reports do I have left to write? No. I got... when did you get back? It's really good. No. When did you get back? This is amazing. I'm so jealous. You're good at everything. No. did you get back? It's really good.
Hello. It's nice and quiet here. Thank you for inviting me. It's all right. I see that you opted for a diverse range of decorative styles. Doesn't entirely suit my preferences, but that's fine with me. It's hard to say. I value practicality. Aesthetics aren't generally something I put into consideration. But that's just my personal inclination. It may not work for you. After all, I'm not familiar with every single detail of your life. The top priority when furnishing a space is the owner's satisfaction. Everything else is secondary. Hello. It's nice and quiet here. Thank you for inviting me.
Let's not eat here. Mind if I, take it home?
Hello. It's nice and quiet here.
A contemporary flavor. Not bad.
Hello. It's nice and quiet here.
Let's not eat here. Mind if I, take it home?
Hello. It's nice and quiet here.
A contemporary flavor. Not bad.
Hello. It's nice and quiet here.
A contemporary flavor. Not bad.
Taste supersedes presentation, else you risk overcomplicating the purpose of food. I think this is simple enough to understand. Hello. It's nice and quiet here.
I can taste your mastery of the seasonings.
I'll admit, it's cozy here, but there's not a whole lot to do. I'm already getting bored. Oh? Ah, look who finally showed up. Any chance you've got an exciting gig for me? Beats living in the desert. No crazy temperatures, no howling gales, no sandstorms. Plus, you don't have to keep an eye out for monsters popping out of the ground or vultures swooping down from the sky. There's no getting around these things if you want to survive out there. You also can't forget to keep your guard up in case of troublemakers. Whoa, what's with that look on your face? Scared stiff? Relax, you've got me. Just bring me along the next time you go to the desert, and I'll handle everything for you. I'll admit— Oh? Ah, look who finally showed up. Not bad. Compared to rations, anyway. I'll admit, it's cozy here, but there's not a whole lot to do. Oh? Ah, look who finally showed up. Gladly. Beats standing here twiddling my thumbs. Hey, do you know about the saltwater lakes in the desert? Not exactly. Saltwater lakes usually appear farther inside the desert. According to some very tall tales, they're believed to be Al-Ahmar's blessings. Legend has it that when his followers got lost in the desert, Al-Ahmar would command the underground rivers to rise to the surface, forming lakes for the trapped to quench their thirst. But it's just an urban legend. The water in saltwater lakes does originate from groundwater, but it's too bitter to be used for drinking. Besides, these lakes only exist for a short time before they're buried by sand, so you can't use them as landmarks. I heard that the Adventurers Guild did once receive a commission related to saltwater lakes. As for what the commission was about, I guess some Outlanders who were visiting Sumeru wanted to visit the desert and see these lakes for themselves. So, they hired a group of experienced guild adventurers to escort them through the desert. After that, well, some say the Adventurers Guild has never accepted similar commissions ever since. I'll admit, it's cozy here. Oh? Ah, look who finally showed up. Oh? You look like you're raring to go. Not surprising, given how comfy this place is. I slept like a log last night. I usually get woken up by random loud noises, so it was a surprise to wake up naturally this morning. To be honest, it's quite an unfamiliar experience.
Oh, it's you. How have your recent travels been? If there's anything you need, just tell me anytime. Good morning. Did you rest well last night? The goddess of the night will be worried if you don't sleep well. Oh, it's you. If there's anything you need, just tell me anytime. It's quite different from Aura Village, but I feel at ease here nonetheless. I was so surprised the first time I came in. Such a small teapot, yet so vast on the inside. If I could store Aura Village in a teapot... I was simply musing. Even if that were possible, what I seek to protect is not an object named Aura Village. It is my homeland and the lives of everyone in it. I apologize for making you listen to all of this. And thank you for having me. Oh, it's you. If there's anything you need, just tell me anytime. Maybe my definition of edible is a little too old-fashioned.
Where do I feel like I belong? No idea. I've never thought about that sort of thing before. If I had to pick... I've lived most of my life in the desert, so I guess that makes me a desert dweller. Being a merc is tough. The work itself is one thing, but the worst part is trying to get your client to pay you after you finish the job. The Academia's top of my list. They're pretty straightforward. The Adventurers Guild isn't too bad either, but trading merchants can be a total nightmare. They're always telling me that their funds are tied up, so cash is tight, yada yada. Just a few more days, they say. If cash is so tight, how'd you pay for that big pile of goods on your cart, Candace. I love her to bits. But she can be as stubborn as a sumpter beast sometimes. I keep telling her she ought to cut herself some slack, take some time off, maybe go take a walk around Sumeru City, buy herself some nice new clothes or jewelry. But she always says the same old thing. She can't bear to leave the village unprotected. I don't know how many times she's turned me down now. If I really can't persuade her, I guess I'll just have to watch the village for her sometime and get one of my Eremite girls to take her shopping. The General Mahamatra? Doesn't suffer fools gladly, and certainly doesn't beat around the bush. Having seen the way he works, he gets a thumbs up from me. The one that got away. I came this close to doing a job for that guy. A contact put us in touch. I was supposed to be his guide through the desert for some kind of investigation. But then it got canceled out of the blue. No idea why. Wait, actually, I think there was something about him not being good with the heat. I'm not sure, but it could have been that. Ah, the famous merchant. I've heard that her prices aren't cheap. But is it true that she can get a hold of anything you want? Then I should start talking to her, because some of the supplies we mercs need are impossible to get anywhere else on the market, no matter what you're willing to pay. Ah, the sleepy girl. Yeah, I think I remember her. I ran into her once at an oasis on the outskirts of the desert. She was out with some group from the Academia doing astronomical observations or something. I wasn't really paying attention. Huh? Candace? What now? Emissary from the stars? The heck is that all about? Almost sounds like she didn't wake up before getting out of bed. He offered me a position in the Academia once. I declined. Working in a place like that would bore me to death. He, on the other hand, is exactly the kind of person I can imagine working there. Always talking in long, convoluted sentences and in that snooty tone. Now that the whole saga with the Academia is over, I guess she can finally dance as much as she wants. She offered me some of her face powder last time I saw her, but in this line of work, it'd be wasted on me. So I told her to give it to Candace instead. I wonder how she's liking it. I need to go check sometime. You know, I always thought the Academia's worst were just a bunch of greedy dogs, each fighting for their slice of the pie. Nope. Turns out they were a vicious pack of wolves who betrayed the whole nation. If you want my opinion, Lesser Lord Kusanali was too good to them. Those animals didn't deserve her mercy. She should have broken every single bone in their bodies. Instead, they got a nice little vacation in the rainforest. To say they got off lightly is just putting it mildly. Candied Agelenok nuts. No contest. Easy to take on the road, and of course, delicious.
I feel a newfound strength within me. May it help me to be a better protector. My shield grows sturdier, and my spear sharper. One is an unstoppable force, the other an immovable object. Oh, but I would never pit these against each other. I learned to wield the spear and shield, knowing that I would one day need them. And today, I use these skills to protect the village. So perhaps this new strength I now gain in the present is preparing me for trials that lie ahead in the future. You will always be an honored guest of our village, no matter the day or time of your visit. If ever you tire of your journey, know that here, you can always find rest. Our village welcomes you with open arms. As do I. We are a people whose god is no longer with us. Lies pose no threat to us. The threat we face is the prospect of no tomorrow. The path before us is paved with barbs. There is pain in every step. Yes, we tread forward, clinging to a lie, but perhaps there is more virtue in this than in selfishly embracing the truth, and death along with it. To me, quantity is more important than taste when it comes to food. Life in the desert uses up more energy than you might think. After a day's work, there's nothing more satisfying than having a filling meal. Oh, it's you. How have your recent travels been? If there's anything you need, just tell me anytime. Absolutely delightful. This must have taken a lot of time and effort.
I'll admit, it's cozy here, but there's not a whole lot to do. Oh? Ah, look who finally showed up. Ah, this tastes amazing. I'd better not have any more, or I'll never be able to go back to my usual rations.
Oh, it's you. I must apologize. I nearly mistook you for the type to leave your guests alone to fend for themselves. Hey, you own this place. What are you so nervous about? It's not a good look. It's nothing. I was just thinking about something inane. In your, realm, some areas are completely empty. I get it. There are always going to be those things that are just beyond our ability to manage. With some things, they improve over time. With other things, the most you can do is to maintain the status quo. This is your home. Arrange it as you wish. I'm just another person passing through. Oh, it's you. I must apologize. I nearly mistook you for the type to leave your guests alone to fend for themselves. You have the prerogative as the owner of this place. Let's hear it. What? Were you expecting me to start the conversation? That's probably not going to happen. It's not so much that I have nothing to say. I just have nothing fun or positive to share. You make it sound like that's some kind of achievement. I'm pretty frank with everyone nowadays. Although, that hasn't always been the case. Do you know why I'm so fond of tea? When I drank tea for the first time, all I tasted was bitterness. No matter how much I tried to drink, there was no sign of any kind of sweet aftertaste. At that time, I was sitting awkwardly by some bladesmiths. I was ignorant about the conventions for human conversation and their ways of life. Someone poured out a cup for me, and for lack of anything else to do, I accepted it. Ended up downing one cup, then another, and then another. Now that I think back on it, they probably thought I genuinely liked to drink the stuff. And now that I've had a taste of just about every flavor in this world, I've found that actually, bitterness is the one I like best. Spices are just added extras to mask a bland base, and all sweetness does is make the ugly truth easier to stomach. But bitterness is the true flavor of life, raw and unadulterated. I don't care for dressing things up to make them more palatable. Life is about learning to handle the truth. Bitterness is what it is. It doesn't change because of what comes before or after it. There's no need to kid yourself into thinking that a bitter cup of tea will have a sweet aftertaste. it's you. I must apologize. I nearly mistook you for the type to leave your guests alone to fend for themselves. Not bad. You actually made something edible. Oh, it's you. I must apologize. So, another ordinary day. Nothing wrong with that, I suppose. Thank you for trying to look out for me. Go get some rest. I'm not done with today just yet. Oh, it's you. I must apologize. Not bad. You actually made something edible. Oh, it's you. I must apologize. Not bad. You actually made something edible. Oh, I must apologize. Not bad. The wind is blowing this way. What did you do? Oh, I'm well aware that many, many people will want to seek me out and settle the grudges they've built against me in my past life. Fine by me. Come one, come all, I say. As a matter of fact, I'm somewhat looking forward to it. I once thought that deification would allow me to get rid of all my pointless emotions, but I've since abandoned that view. Anger, whether it be from others or myself, is too convenient and useful as a tool. How can some people just never become angry? I find that impossible to even imagine. Do they just not have a single mean bone in their bodies? I'll leave that kind of thing to fate. Obsessing over something that's destined to be ever out of one's reach is just a waste of time. I have more important things to attend to at the moment. Although the idea of divine favor makes me a little ill, I'm not going to be picky about a new source of power. You think there's some kind of meaning behind the element of animo? Why did that thought even occur to you? The gods aren't guided by any kind of rationality or moral compass. Haven't I shown that to you already? While I still had value as a pawn, she might have had other reasons to keep me alive. It's certainly possible that it was because she's wise or benevolent, or happened to see a hint of loneliness within me. You think I'm trying to think the worst of her? Did you really expect anything else? In case you've forgotten, I'm no saint. It's a pity that Lesser Lord Kusanali already forced him to erase so many of his segments. The joy I would have derived from slicing them apart, one by one. You speak of the descendant of the Kaitahara clan? Then isn't he... Wait, he also possesses an Animo-vision? And even managed to take on the Raiden Shogun's Musa no Hirotachi? She completely neglected her own creation. And to add insult to injury, she said it was because she couldn't bring herself to intervene in my fate. A smooth-talking yokai. Though she pretends to care about humans to gain the favor of her god, all she seeks are entertaining ways to pass her time. Everyone praises her for her kindness and benevolence, but they forget that love is also a form of sin. What if she's just trying to compensate for something? The Jester is a survivor of Conria. Besides that singular fact, I know very little about him, and never had any kind of close association with him. He seems to want something from me, though. In the past, he assigned to me many important tasks, including a number of trips to the Abyss. Let me ask, what should you do if you were to encounter a damsel who is oblivious and innocent at any given time, and unconcerned and unfeeling in any given situation? If it were me, I could at least challenge her to a fight. But if it were you, with your conscience, I would stay away from her. A wolf in sheep's clothing. To exert a higher level of control over people, she puts on a graceful and cordial front. Most of those who have seen her true crazy self have gone poof. Only someone as dense as Child would think the rooster's looking after him and his family out of the goodness of his heart. Although the mayor has indeed done a number of things for their benefit, anyone with a brain would be able to tell that the underlying meaning is, your entire family is in my hands. She has a terrible personality and cares for nothing outside of her own research. But even with that amount of dedication, she still produced a copious amount of garbage and could only secure a ranking that's still one whole place beneath my own. How pitiful. Oh, the 9th rank guy. He's obsessed with the idea of fair exchange, to the point of wanting to overthrow the natural imbalance between gods and humans. But I guess it's just how ordinary mortals are like. It's easy for them to come up with pointless delusions. Honestly, it's nothing worth writing home about. Just like how there's also nothing impressive about his abilities or choice of partner. Anyone who chooses to work closely with a doctor is sure to meet a nasty end. Nothing remained in her ashes. I have no interest in those who have lost their future. The ever-righteous captain, the brave and fearless captain, the nigh invincible captain. Even my mechanical ears demand maintenance after listening to so many compliments from the members of the Fatui. Don't you think that possessing absolute righteousness is actually a latent danger? And that's without taking his great personal strength into account. He's simple of mind and not that strong of body. Naming him to the lowest ranked seat lowered the Harbinger's collective prestige. Thankfully, I'm no longer part of that group. Do you have some tea? The more bitter, the better. It leaves the most fascinating aftertaste. Oh, it's you. I must apologize. Not bad. You actually made something edible. Oh, it's you. I must apologize. I nearly mistook you for the type to leave your guests alone to fend for themselves. Not bad. You actually made something edible. it's you. I must apologize. It's okay. Guess this is one of the few things you're good at. Oh, it's you. I must apologize. Good morning. A new day. A new life, huh?
I'm here! Do you have a new story for me? I'll trade you some candied ajalenok nuts. I made them myself. I think the answer to that should be pretty obvious. You should be able to tell from just one look, like when you peer into a crystal clear lake and you can see all the fish swimming around inside of it. It's very pleasant here. Even the wind brushing against my toes feels soft and gentle. So of course, I love it. As much as a little bird might love exploring the forests and mountains, tasting new and different fruits every day, after a long flight, it still needs a place to land and rest its weary wings. So I'm glad that I can roost here in your nest for a while. Also, it's much more spacious here than a birdcage. Thank you for being so kind. I know that you mean it, and I'll make the most of my stay here. I'm here! Do you have a new story for me? Sure, but instead of diving into story time, let's talk about what's troubling you. I'm sure you're wondering how I knew. Well, your troubles are written on your face, silly. I'm always observing you, you know. You look as miserable as a lavender melon that's been struck by lightning. Don't lose heart. Sometimes you might feel like you're the unluckiest person in the world. But for all you know, it could also just be an unfortunate situation. Well, to use an analogy, let's say a Rishbalin tiger ate a fox and got diarrhea. You can't know for sure whether the diarrhea was caused by eating the fox or by something inside the fox's stomach. Does that make sense? If Rishbalan tigers stopped eating foxes out of fear of diarrhea, they would have become extinct a long time ago. As long as the Rishbalan tiger keeps eating foxes, and as long as we keep living our lives, we'll experience all kinds of different situations. Fortunate, unfortunate, and everything in between. There, you're doing great. Have a head pat. I'm here! Do you have a new story for me? Good night. Oh, why don't you take a final trip to the bathroom before bed? It'll improve the quality of your sleep. Seems like very helpful advice, so are you gonna take it? like a Neopala lotus that's been reunited with its leaves, or a Sango pearl that's found its shell. In my dreams, there's often a flower pot. Every time I water it and add fresh fertilizer, the same flower grows. Can you still enjoy the process of growing flowers when you already know the exact outcome in advance? Well, for me, I'm glad that at least after the flower has blossomed, it attracts different colored butterflies each time, and sometimes even bees. The sun's setting. It's time to wave goodbye and let the creatures of the night take center stage. The gods gave humans barely enough knowledge for them to fill their stomachs. Yet, they used it to craft tools, write books, and build cities. And now they've set their sights on the stars in the abyss. With every moment that goes by, they're creating brand new knowledge, so I never want to take my eyes off them. In my dreams, there's often an hourglass. I'd like to add a few drops of water. Then I shake it up and time how long it takes to settle, and see if there's any difference from the last time. There's no reasoning behind it and nothing to gain out of it, but somehow it seems to relieve the exhaustion in my brain. I think that the fact that it's for nothing is what makes it fun for me. Being a listener has never been enough for me. I've always dreamed of going out and seeing things for myself. You're such an experienced adventurer. Can you be my guide? I want to experience all your future tales firsthand. In my dreams, there's often an empty space. No matter how the scenery changes around it, the emptiness always occupies the most important place. Strange, isn't it? I think there used to be something there, but for all the power I have over dreams, I still can't find the answer as to what it was. Seems like even in my dreams, there are things that I can't control. The heavens grew eyes to behold the true beauty of the world below, but humans already have eyes to begin with. So, what is it they see when they look at the world not with their eyes, but their vision? You're very smart. Can you figure out what the answer is? In my dreams, there can be anything. Anything except people coming and going. But since meeting you, it's gradually started to get more lively here. Maybe you're a guide, adding a human touch to my dreams and leading me out from my cage. Come on, let's go. The journey's only just beginning, and I'd like you to carry on leading the way. I'm led to believe that long, long ago, the 7 Archons used to stay in regular contact with each other. I'm a bit of a special case, though, so I don't have any memory of that time. Now that things have settled down in Sumeru, I think it's about time I make contact with them again. You're on familiar terms with some of them, right? Would you mind introducing me? I hear that playing games is a good way to quickly bring people closer together. I'm sure it must work for gods, too. How about, once everyone meets up, I suggest we play hopscotch together. On second thought, maybe not. If I draw the squares, it will look like I made them really small on purpose just so I could win. That wouldn't be fair on the others. His jokes are like buried treasure, gems hidden beneath the surface. They're a lot of fun. Well, which part didn't you get? Okay, I can explain it for you. Not every General Mahamatra would take such a clear-cut and decisive stance when faced with a conflict between order and justice. He must know only too well that compromise is a path that leads to a dead end. So it's extremely fortunate for all of Sumeru that he's now been able to return to his rightful post. The Forest Watchers played an essential role in helping the rainforest to withstand the withering and continue to flourish, and Tainari is the best of them all. Still, I do hope he learns to be a little gentler with people. Otherwise, it's gonna be difficult for the Forest Rangers to attract new top talent. I once borrowed someone else's body to ask her if she'd mind allowing Lesser Lord Kusanali to watch her dance. Actually, I had already watched her lots of times before in secret, but I wanted to attend her dance at the Sub-Zerus Festival properly, in person, as a sign of respect. Anyway, it turned out that she gently declined the offer. I was a little sad about that. The first thing she said when she saw me was, "Nice palace, how much?" Of course, I couldn't possibly sell her the Sanctuary of Surasthana, but still, her question had me stunned. I thought about it long and hard, but I still can't figure out how much more it's worth. She is suffering from exposure to remnants of King Deshret's power. It's as if the Great Tortoise of Time accidentally threw her off its back and left her suspended in the past. If you're interested, you should be able to catch a glimpse of Sumeru from a bygone age through her. When I heard her story for the first time, her tenacity shone through like a dazzling gemstone. She's been through so much. I hope that just as the rainforest supports all kinds of life, Sumeru will always provide a safe and nurturing environment for her, so that she can grow up healthy and strong. He holds a body of knowledge more advanced than most could imagine, and his mind is constantly thinking, so maybe nothing in this world could ever fool him. But is the wise man truly wise to view the mediocre majority as defective? Because without them, there is no us. He has an almost perfect grasp of what it truly means for Sumeru to be a nation of wisdom. Sadly, the truth as he understands it will never be accepted as the mainstream. He's roommates with Alhaitham? Wow, the world really is full of surprises. When he finally achieved the ambition he thought he'd been pursuing all along, was he content at last, or only emptier still? We only yearn for the skies because we cannot fly. Perhaps he should reflect on this once he has held the sheer emptiness of the skies in his grasp. Definitely candied Ajalanach nuts. I just need one little bite, and my brain starts chugging away at top speed. And suddenly, there's no problem too difficult for me to solve. The only thing you need to watch out for is... don't put the jar somewhere that's too easy to reach. Story for me? How should I put this? I guess... you wouldn't feed shroom boars to a sumpter beast, would you? have a new story for me? Today's sunrise is the same splendid color as the breast feathers of a dusk bird. I'm really curious to find out what the first thing you'll do today is. I'm here! Do you have a new story for me? May I start with a question? Do you really enjoy collecting things? Sometimes you remind me of a sumpter beast, plodding along with a big pack full of materials and supplies. I'm quite curious. You already have more than enough resources to last a lifetime, so why do you keep bringing everything with you? And why do you still collect even more during your travels? A habit? Oh, I see. So what about forging weapons, cooking, and making condensed resin? They're useful behaviors that benefit you. Is that why they've turned into habits as well? So what about making lots of friends, helping them solve their problems, and reading their letters from front to back? Are those habits too? Don't worry, I'm not trying to pry, and I wouldn't let something like that affect what I think of you. I know there are definitely good reasons for your behavior. I'm only asking out of curiosity. Since you are also driven by emotions, maybe you can understand my thoughts right now. I want to travel across this vast land with you, experience everything you enjoy, and do all the things you do. Will you indulge my curiosity? And will you accept my request? Then let's face the sun and pick the first mint we find. definitely whip up tons of great meals with all these kitchen implements. Oh, don't you worry. I've learned a thing or two from Xiangling. Even Master really enjoys my food. Is there anything you'd like to eat? Just tell me, and I'll make it for you right away. Oh, goody, you're here! Do you need help with anything? Have you been doing well lately? Oh, come on, tell me all about it. Oh, goody! Do you need help with anything? Good morning. Let's have breakfast together. The weather is great today. I'll hang your covers to air out later. Oh, goody! Do you need help with anything? Oh, this is much livelier than my place. But it also isn't quite the bustling hive of activity the wharf is. Of course. Oh, come on. You don't have to worry about me. You see, Master has taught me that when in an abode, do as the Adepti do. Wait. I think it's the guests should go along with their host. But whatever the case, I love it here. I just hope I'm not imposing. If you don't mind, I'd like to stay here a little longer. And, you know, accompany you for a while.
Today's recommendation is the steak.
I see everything! Hey!
You had your chance.
Sketch! By royal decree!
Yeah! Final warning! Now's our chance! Yeah!
Diana Special!
Precision strike! Get back!
Can't handle your drink. Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Let's keep going, team. He's back! Engaging!
Odds revealed by... Everyone hold hands!